James Akers here, the tie guy. Today we're going to be pairing a brighter look, yellow shirt with a lighter blue suit and a light blue tie. First, we always talk about the tie because I am the tie guy, right? This is a brand new Zegna tie that I just got maybe 2 weeks ago or so from Andre. Shout out to Andre over at Neiman Marcus in Charlotte, North Carolina. Literally the best stylist you could ever imagine. If you guys need anything at all, make sure you reach out to him. Send me a message. I'll get you his contact information. I'll tag him on my Instagram as well. I don't get any kickback from that. I really appreciate great service, and he's amazing. So I got this tie off of him. I just think it's an absolutely beautiful tie. Let me take the little tag thing off of here. Got this maybe 2 weeks ago or so. It is a really pretty light blue, and it has like some square designs in it. A lot of design. There's a lot of like white design throughout, little brown squares. I think it'll look good on a yellow shirt, just cause it to pop a little bit. Debated a white shirt because there's some white in here, but sometimes you can mix a solid color and it'll come together, and we're going to do that. As far as the review goes, this is a medium lit width as far as silk goes. Very nice feel to it. As you know, I've reviewed a lot of Zegna products. Never had a bad Zegna product. My dog is named Zegna, so obviously I do appreciate and respect the brand. They just do a great job. 100% silk, made in Italy, and we're going to be pairing that today with, like I said, yellow and blue. So let's tie it up, see what it looks like. I'm not going to do a big review on the tie because it's similar to the other Zegnas I have. Lengthwise, because it's a medium to thick silk, it's going to be somewhere probably in this range here. I always use my fingertips, and if you haven't seen my videos, what I'm doing here is I'm guessing this is how much space. So when I put the tie down here, I take my fingertips straight down, and that tells me how much space I need. Some people go by the length, by this side here. I prefer to go from this side, and here's why. Different ties have different lengths. So if you always go by this side may be a little bit longer, you know, and so your tie's not going to be right. So I just go by the thickness of the silk. We'll see what this looks like. Brand new tie. May have to tie it a couple times. We'll see. We take the long part of the tie, over top, back behind, up and through. Then we come around behind. The key to a perfect tie knot is to keep everything nice and tight and flat. Up and over and through. This is what we call a checkpoint. Now at this point I'm going to adjust it a little bit. I'm going to make sure everything's coming together. Make sure I have myself a nice little triangle coming along, which I do. Now I'm going to take the long part over the top, back in behind, over, and we've created a little pocket here. I'm pushing the tie down through that pocket. And now we're going to adjust the knot. We're going to hold on to the knot. We're going to pull on the long part of the tie. Then we're going to bring it up. And I'm wearing a button-down pointed collar shirt, so I want a nice tight knot, but this has come out too long. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. When I back away, the tie comes down below the belt buckle. Now, this would be an acceptable length as far as that goes, but I prefer mine to be right in this range, you know, between the top and the bottom, maybe a quarter of an inch below. So we're going to retie the tie. We're going to go a little bit faster this time. That tells me that we didn't need quite as much space. I think we were here last time, so we're going to go down to about here this time. We don't need quite as much. So now let's retie it. We're going to tie it a little bit faster this time just so we can, you know, get this tied and see what it looks like. But we do want a nice tight knot. That's what I was going to say. With a button-down collar, anytime you're dealing with a button-down collar, you need it to be a tighter knot because you have less space there to work with than, say, like a spread collar. With a spread collar, I like to go with a thicker tie or a thicker knot. And if you tie the exact same knot every time, you know, I prefer the double Windsor, then you need a thicker material to get there. Now, I just retied the tie. Now it's right where I want it to be. It feels like it's about halfway down the belt buckle. So let's put the collar down, see what this looks like. When you're dealing with a button-down shirt, you always want to check the length of your tie before you button the shirt down, so you don't have to go through all that trouble. So let's button it down here. It's always the hardest part of getting dressed is the button-down collars, I think, when you're wearing them. Sometimes they don't want to go in. There we go. That one went in. What's funny is I'm right-handed, but it's easier to do this stuff with my left hand. I think it's where I play guitar. My hands are used to that. So, okay, so I've got me a nice tight knot. Let me bring it up. See how it looks? Look how beautiful that comes together with a pointed collar. It's a nice thin, nice tight knot. And this is not a real thin silk tie. It's a medium silk, but it really came together nice. So, I like that look. Straighten it up just a little bit. There we go. Now, let me put the jacket on. And the look will be scrolling across the bottom of the screen. We're pairing this today with a brown belt, brown shoes. We'll go through the whole thing with you here. Okay. So, I've got a blue Zegna suit. It's not a navy, it's a lighter blue. We're pairing that with a yellow Brooks Brothers shirt, a light blue Zegna tie, a dark brown Salvatore Ferragamo belt with a gold belt buckle, and I'm pairing that with my favorite pair of Bally shoes. They're nice, dark, like a chocolate brown. And let me tuck the back of the tie in through the strap on the back. Nice look, love it. Now I'm ready for work.